Hi viewers, welcome to class. I'm Rabbi Oluwafemi. Today we'll be addressing the Biblical Greek. I'll be discussing the topic I've captioned verbs of the Biblical Greek. Verbs of the Biblical Greek. And when we talk about verb is an action word as known even in English. And we have 5 features of verbs in Biblical Greek. We have 5 features, and the first is the person performing the action, then the number, that could be either singular or plural, then we have the voice, which will be 4, we have active voice, middle, we have passive voice, and we have definite voice. Then we also have the fourth one, which talks about the mood, which could be imperative or subjunctive and like. Then we also have another one which is called the tense, either present tense, imperfect tense, perfect, or past tense and like. But in this teaching today, we'll be discussing what I've captioned the person and number of the Biblical Greek verb. So we only limit ourselves to the discussion of the person and numbers. So I said we'll be addressing Biblical Greek. Alright. So then we'll be talking about the Greek verbs. Alright. Then we'll be discussing person and number of the verb. Alright. So I want to talk about a person. It's very important that we understand this lecture, because for accuracy in interpretation of biblical text, that's the New Testament, it's very important, so that you know, okay, who is the performer of that for a particular action, and then how many are involved in that particular section. Then it's also important that we understand the person and number of the Greek verb, because for you to have a correct translation of the Greek words, you must understand the person in action and then the number of people involved in that particular section. So to understand the context, and also to help you in biblical exegesis, to have a sound biblical exegesis. In other words, to draw out the real meaning of a particular text, you have to understand the person of the verb and the number. Alright, so the person of the verb, just like we have it in English, we have 3 major persons. 3 major persons. We have the first person, we have the second person, then we have the third person. Alright. I said we have the first, the second, and we have the third person. Alright. Now, addressing the second, the number. Think about number. We have 2 major numbers in Biblical Greek verb. We have the singular and the plural. Singular and the plural. However, the person of the verb will determine the number of the people. In other words, if we have just one person, that shows the number is will be one person and then be singular, that will be singular. Now let me just give you a chart to illustrate this. Alright, so we have a chart here that has the singular face and the plural face. Alright. Okay. Now the first person, singular. Let's just take let's do it in a present active indicative now. Alright. So the first person, singular in Greek, is with this caption, who, which means high, and it's discuss the doer of that particular action, the one, the speaker. Alright. So the caption I. The plural, that's the first person plural. That's if we have 2 or 3 involved or more than one, then it's with this caption. Homen. Homen. And homen means we to the speakers if there are more than one. So it becomes homen. Alright. Now we have the second person. We have the second person singular. That's, in other words, in that conversation, the one being addressed, the one the speaker is communicating with. So that is with the caption ace. Ace. And that means you singular. You singular, which means you. What is the symbol for the singular? Alright. Then we have the second person plural, which is ete. Ete, which means you plural. You plural. In other words, if the person, people addressed in that particular conversation, if there are more than one, there are 2, 3, 4, so use ete. Then we have the final person, that's the third person. And the third person, either singular or plural, this with the particular subject or object that is outside the conversation. For instance, if I'm speaking to a person and I'm trying to refer the person to a particular thing, so that particular thing outside the conversation, that's what the third person deals with. And the caption a. So it could be he or she or it. He, she, or it. In other words, he is going, she is there. It is the one I'm addressing. Alright. So then we have the third person plural. That shows if the particular thing or subject is more than one. Then we use this caption. Who sing? Who sing, which means they. Who sing, which means they. Alright. Now this who sing could be written at times without this last letter, which is nun. And that's why in some textbooks, some didascalus call this the movable nun. Movable nun, because it could be removed and just we're going to have like what we call this usi instead of using. So we call this the movable nun. Alright, now I've been able to highlight the pronouns for the first person and the plural, second person, singular plural, and the third person, singular plural. Now before we round up the class, I'm going to show you just one vocabulary where we can incorporate all of these stuffs. I'm going to show you one vocabulary. Okay, let's put it this way. First person, let's use let me go to. So we're going to use a word in the vocabulary in biblical Greek, and let's have it as let's use the word Pinot. That is Pinot, and it means I drink. Now I'm going to use Pinot, I'm going to conjugate Pinot using the first person, second person, third person, and the rest. So Pinot, now using Pinot as the first person singular. It reads P no, which means, I made mention of this O having the ending. That's the ending for first person singular. So this means I. So it means I drink. So it means I drink. Alright. Well, let's have it in the first person plural. That is, in English it becomes we drink. So then you write it this way. That's pinomen. Pinomen. This is the ending for we in the Greek. And mind you, when you are reading the Greek text, you write this way from the left to the right. However, you read from the right to the left. So it's we drink. That's pinomen. Alright. So let's move further. Let's address the second person singular. That's using the verb drink. So it becomes P neis. Pineis, which means you singular. You drink. That's one person. You drink. Alright. Then that's you drink. You singular drink. And we have the second person singular and plural, which means you drink. Then it's written this way. Pinete. Pinete, which means you plural. As you is form of plural. Then we have drink. And we can see this, I drink. You can see this in John chapter 4, John 4, verse 14. When Jesus Christ was conversing with that the lady by the well, then he's telling her that, let me have a drink. Then just was not trying to discuss with her that I will give you a drink, I will never tax anymore. So I drink. Then we also have this, we drink. This also was used in 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 11. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 21. When they were saying that it's not possible for us to be partakers of the Lord's cup and also the cup of the devil. So we drink. You can't drink of the Lord's cup and also drink of that of the devil. Alright, so now due to the space of this board, I'd like to address the third person singular and plural. So I'm going to rub off this as we address that. Okay. So the third person singular and plural, that is in English should be he drinks. Now the third person singular using the same verb. That means that is pinei. It means he or she or it drinks. He or she he drinks, she drinks, or it drinks, like that. Alright. So then we have the plural here. It reads P no sin. That's P no sin, which means they drink. They drink. So they drink. So I believe we have been able to address the verb official as person and also number. So I made mention of the verb features. I said we have 5 verb features. We have person, we have number, we have mode, we have tense, and we have voice. Then under person and number, we are going to address this, that we have 3 persons in action. That we have the first person, second person, and the third person. Then I also discussed that we have number. Also, we have just 2 numbers, it's either singular or plural. So, and this person and number, they are very, very together, because the number of the person in a particular context or a sentence will determine the number of that singular or plural, will determine the person. So that's why it's very important that we understand the verb. The number of the person is the number of the verb in that particular sentence. So I believe this teaching has been impactful. So I'd like you to commit it to memory. Then I look forward to receiving your comments. Thank you for watching. Shalom.